Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. This is a self-reflection reading. If you've never seen one of my self-reflection readings before, the idea behind them is every now and then we've got a bit of inner healing work to do, but sometimes we get a bit stuck on what we need to focus on. This is a bit of a helpful nudge from Spirit, just to say, or just to give a bit of an idea on what you might need to be focusing or reflecting on at the moment. Okay. So, this is likely to be related to your past, present and future because it is self-reflection, so it should involve all three. Today is the 13th of July. When it falls into your feed is when it's likely to be relevant to yourself. Okay. As always, as it's collective reading, it may not be relevant to everybody, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in it, please check your other placements. You may find a message there. If you do like the message, please like and subscribe. It will help push the message to people that are in need of hearing it. Okay? So, Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for the collective of Pisces for their self-reflection? Can we get some cards for Pisces, please, Spirit? So, in your overall energy, we've got a Page of Pentacles. So, potentially you may have started a new venture, possibly a new job, or it could just be that you've maybe started a new course, potentially. It could be with another person, but it's like you started something that you feel is going to be quite abundant, okay? And with it being a page, it's relatively new, so it's like a very innocent kind of energy behind it, or very youthful energy behind it. Now, how you're currently talking to yourself. We've got a 7 of Swords in the reverse, and we've got a 10 of Swords in the reverse. So, potentially you may have been I don't know whether you've been betrayed in the past, but it's like you're telling yourself to make sure that you have all your cards laid out on the table, you're fully clear, you're very, how do I put it, open. You're very open with regards to what you're expecting. That 10 of Swords is suggesting as well that you may be stuck in a bit of an old thought pattern, and you're obsessing over something. So maybe something has happened where you've felt like you've been stabbed in the back, you've been betrayed, and you're just kind of obsessing over it, and you just want to get all your cards laid out on the table. But it's like you're not getting over it. You're telling yourself that you've not got the clarity, something's been done to you, you don't feel like everything's fair, and you're just kind of feeling a bit stuck. Let's get some clarification on that. Yeah, so currently you're talking to yourself in a pretty negative way, and perhaps you want, like I say, a lot of clarity. You want things laid out, you want clarity on stuff that's being kept hidden from you, and you're just obsessing over it. Okay, so, oh wow. There's quite a lot of cards that come out here. So you've got the Star card came out first. That came out to the side, suggesting that you need to heal from something. Potentially something that you are usually in balance with. You know, maybe you're struggling with optimism. Maybe you need to give or receive some help and you're struggling with that. But I think because you're obsessing over something, you're not really giving yourself the opportunity to heal from it. Again, we've got the 8 of Swords, so you're stuck in your own head and you're really trying to break free from it, but it's really challenging. You're really struggling there. You want to move forward. You want to get out of this unsatisfactory situation, and you just completely, it's like you're stuck. You're not so much stuck, but you're finding it really hard to move forwards, and that's why you want the clarity. Now we do have a King of Cups, and we also have a Queen of Cups. So maybe these are people or representing people, but to me it feels more like with that King of Cups in the reverse, maybe you've got a lot of emotions, but they were a bit uncontrolled potentially. You want to be nurturing, and you want to love deeply, and you want to be kind-hearted, but it's like your relationship, possibly with yourself or with someone else, is completely destabilised at the moment, and that's potentially what you're feeling really stuck from. You want to move on from being destabilised into being nurturing, loving, calm, being back in control of your own emotions. Now what you're hiding from yourself out of fear or shame, we've got a Six of Cups and we've got a Five of Pentacles. So that's really reflecting on things. Right, so that's Six of Cups then, and they come out in a challenge position. So you're struggling with things from the past, and you're struggling with abandonment. Now it could be that you may have abandoned somebody. It could be that you may have done things in the past where you feel a bit of a shame from it. It could be that somebody's abandoned you, which could be why you've got, the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords, and you're trying to move forwards. But it's like you might be stuck on something that's happened in the past that's made you feel abandoned and like you're lacking in something. Yeah, we've got an Ace of Cups, so you definitely feel like something has come to an end. We've got an Empress in the reverse as well, so some sort of love opportunity you feel was not so much missed, because you wouldn't have necessarily the Six of Cups out of hand. It could be missed. Maybe you're ashamed that you've missed an opportunity somewhere with someone. But it feels to me more like it's gone sour. So more of a relationship has failed as such, possibly with somebody that is an Empress, but it could just be that a relationship's failed, or you're feeling empty, you've got no emotions anymore. And you're completely overwhelmed, because sometimes when you're completely overwhelmed with emotions, you turn them off, kind of thing. This Empress is somebody that's normally overwhelmed. They're not grounded. They're completely out of touch with nature. They're not feeling abundant, which again is Five of Pentacles. We have got a Seven of Wands in the reverse. So to me, it feels like you're really scared that you're not going to find somebody, you're not going to find love, you're not going to feel your emotions again, but you're ashamed to push forward, because that Seven of Wands in the reverse is pushing forward regardless. So it's like, yeah, you might be in pain, yeah, you might be hurting, but you're just going to keep going. It's just carrying on regardless of what is going on in the world around you or whatever you're feeling. You just keep going and going and going. It could be that you're feeling very ashamed that you're having to keep going, or that you are able to keep going. It could be that you feel that broken on the inside and that overwhelmed that you feel like you might need to take a time out, but you're not. You just keep going, because that's just what some people's coping mechanisms are. But it also might be that you're afraid to keep going. You might be scared of having to restart and keep moving forward. But yeah, because these are very challenging cards, coming out of looking at the past as it should be looked at, but not living in the past. And then making sure that you're taking the help that you need when it comes along, not feeling abandoned, not feeling like you've got no help out there anywhere, not feeling like you've got no money, you've got no stability. That is all a massive challenge. It's remembering that you've got people out there, even if even if you're on your own, you know, you've got your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels watching over you. You've got them all there. Yes, you can't necessarily see them, but if you ask for help, they'll help. Even if it's not directly, they'll get somebody. You know, they'll influence somebody to come into your life to help you with what you need. But yeah, to me, this feels like very much of you're ashamed that you might be living in the past, or you're scared of living in the past, and you're scared of moving forward. Maybe you're ashamed that you've got nothing at the moment with that Five of Pentacles, but you know you need to push forward, but you've just got this, you know, this lack of emotions as such, the overwhelm. Maybe you're feeling tired as well, because that come out of nowhere. Maybe you're that overwhelmed that you've just exhausted yourself too, and that again could be why you might be feeling a bit ashamed of keeping on going, because you're just so tired. But this looks like you might need to work on maybe some abandonment issues, maybe things from your past that have caused pain that you might need to do some work on. Now, what you can do to help yourself, we've got Four of Swords, which is healing, spending some time on your own, doing some inner healing work. It could even be physically healing as well. Maybe you've got an illness that you might need to do some recovery from. But this is taking some time on your own to heal from something, most likely heartbreak, because on these you've got your Three of Swords behind, which is generally a heartbreak. You've got your sword at the bottom, your sword of truth there, ready for you to cut that away. But yeah, so he's taking some time out for yourself, potentially doing some meditation as well, because that man is sitting there meditating. We've got a King of Swords in the reverse that's come out. Two more cards, please, Spirit. Nine of Pentacles and Five of Cups come out in a challenge position. Yeah, so there's that King of Swords in the reverse then. So your King of Swords, stop being so self-critical of yourself and other people potentially. It looks like you might be doing a lot of beating yourself up, especially down here. And this is suggesting that you need to heal yourself and stop doing that. You need to stop being so overly critical of everything that's been going on. You've got a Nine of Pentacles coming out of the challenge as a challenge. So embrace being single and abundant. It doesn't have to be being single, but embrace your abundance. Yes, it might feel challenging, and you might feel that you need to be a bit wild at times, but it's finding that balance between having, you know, how do you put it, having your abundance but being successful and wanted. The Nine of Pentacles is like the pre-Empress card. She's there, she's got all of her stability, she's done it all on her own, she didn't need anyone's help, she's very, you know, beautiful, glamorous, got all of her ducks in a row kind of thing. She can be in the reverse, she can spend money quite a lot, you know, enjoy yourself a little bit too much, be a bit wild. So it's striking that balance and trying to make sure that you don't go a little bit mad, you know, making sure that you make it so that you're more the successful end of the scale with the abundance. Now we do also have that Five of Cups that's come out in a challenge position, so that's suggesting to me that you're walking away from something that it doesn't serve you anymore. Yeah, it might be feeling a bit sad, or you might be feeling a bit sad about it, but it's good for you in the long run. You're overcoming those attachments and breaking through difficulties, or at least that's what you need to do. And that's what this Four of Swords is going to help you do. Taking that time to be on your own and do some healing. That Nine of Pentacles again, time on your own, but healing your stability side of things. The Five of Cups, overcoming those emotional attachments. So you know, the abundance and overcoming the emotions, they are going to be hard. They are going to be challenging to overcome, but it is something where if you do take that time out on your own, you will be able to do that. It is just going to be a challenge. It's a challenge for everyone to do that. Now, what you need to release, we have a Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so that Four of Cups is suggesting that maybe you need to stop setting so many setting so many goals. I mean, the Four of Cups can be a lot of things. You know, it's like seeing what's in front of you, realising what's good for you kind of thing, making sure you don't miss opportunities, but I don't think it's any of that, because he's also somebody that sets a lot of goals for themselves and makes sure that they go for those goals. This is potentially suggesting to yourself that you let go of setting goals at the moment. Stop being bored as well with life. Release the boredom. Again, that could be with that Nine of Pentacles, getting that balance of enjoyment as well, but not being too wild. But yeah, so get rid of the bored, release the boredom and release the goal setting. You might be a bit of a perfectionist where you've got to have everything done in a certain way, and setting yourself some goals won't help with that. We've got a King of Pentacles, a Two of Wands, and we have got a Six of Wands in the reverse as well. Let's come out to clarify that. So that King of Pentacles then could be a person that you may need to release, but it's more likely just something for yourself, personality trait. So maybe you feel like you have to have a lot of practical skills. Maybe that's something to do with all this planning. It could be that you may be trying to plan what you're going to do with your money, because the King of Pentacles is somebody that's got a lot of money, a lot of stability, and potentially that's what you need to release. Again, that Two of Wands is all about the planning. Planning what you're going to be doing in future, taking risks, being bold, asserting yourself, but it's all about the planning. So it's release those plans, literally a lot of planning, to clarify that. Now, you don't always feel like you're going to be getting, that you're getting the success and the recognition for what you have been doing as well. You're not getting the credit that you've been deserving, and you may feel like you've been betrayed. Again, you need to release that feeling. You need to let all of that go. So let all the planning go. Let the planning go, and let the feeling of being betrayed and like things that are just not going your way, like you're not getting the recognition. You need to release it, okay? And that can be harder said than done. But instead of planning, I mean, let's face it, sometimes, if you're going on a trip and you need to get so many different forms of travel to get yourself there, by all means, plan that. You don't want to end up being 3 days late for where you've got to be. But stuff like planning what you're going to do for tomorrow, don't plan it, just let it happen. Embrace being spontaneous. Embrace going with the flow. You don't have to have everything ridiculously planned out. Now, what you do need to embrace, we've got the Ace of Swords, so truth, your truth, potentially. And we do have a Ten of Cups. Now, that is in the reverse, so it is saying that you are going to have your happy ending, but you just need to bear in mind that it might take a while to come along. It is a happy ending that's being delayed when it's the Ten of Cups in reverse. So potentially realising what it is that makes you happy. That's possibly why it's delayed. Maybe you don't know your own truth on what's going to make you happy and what will give you that Ten of Cups. And obviously, if you're single and abundant over here, you still may need to find somebody or meet somebody to get that Ten of Cups. So it's like evaluating what it is that you want. seeing your own truths, cutting out things that aren't serving you anymore, cutting out people or thought patterns that are no longer going to be serving you, and you know, things that are negative, cutting them all out and being your authentic self and working out what it is that you want for that 10 of Cups, and then it will come eventually. Let's get some clarification on this, Spirit. Okay, so we've got the Sun card. Again, happiness, clarity. That Ace of Swords is helping you, bringing you in that clarity, so you can have that further Page of Cups. Starting something new emotionally. Yes, we've got a Page of Pentacles in the reverse. At the start you had that in the upright as the overall, but that's just an experience being delayed because they're being a little bit, how do I put it, they can be absent-minded and clumsy, but because this up here is telling you to release the planning, I think it's because of the planning, because you're going with the flow and learning what it is that you like and what you want to do. Because when you're planning, you're cutting out half the things that you might enjoy because you don't know that they're there. So this is, it's a slight delay in experiences, or delay in getting that new experience because you're cutting out the planning side of things. But that's a good thing. It doesn't, you might think that that could be something to grumble at, because, you know, why cut out planning if it's just going to delay your future? But it's going to teach you a lot of new things, because you're going to be experiencing new things that you didn't experience before. It will teach you things about yourself that you didn't know. It will help you learn about yourself and become your authentic self, which ultimately will give you a better 10 of Cups than one that you would have that is likely to end up in a tower if you didn't learn about yourself. Because it's going into it, you know, knowing yourself, knowing your authentic, embracing your truth, embracing your inner truth. It could just be that you're a clumsy person and you need to embrace that you are a bit clumsy. Could be that you know, if you don't plan, you're absent-minded and you need to embrace that. But yeah, that Page of Cups as well, like I say, it is embracing something new, possibly a new relationship. It could just be a new youthful outlook on life and starting new enjoyment, enjoying new things. Again, because you've stopped planning things potentially. Right. So I'm going to get for you next a Angel of Light card, and then we'll get you a Moonology Oracle and a Kitchen Witch Oracle. See if there's any more messages that Spirit want to give you. Angel of Light ones first. Spirit, can we get an Angel of Light card, Pisces, please? Thank you. Purpose. The angels remind you that every situation or person is placed in your path with a purpose. It may be to strengthen you, offer you an opportunity to resolve or forgive the past, release old patterns, or for enjoyment. Your life purpose is ultimately to do which brings you joy, satisfaction and fulfillment. Seeking these soul qualities will place you on the path of your destiny. Once on your life path, allow nothing and no one to deflect you from your mission. Your guidance is to ask your angels to help you find the purpose of your current situation, or if you're ready for your life mission. Align your strength and willpower and hold your intuition to your full purpose, to fulfill your purpose. The angels will support you and you will ascend. Your affirmation: I am strong and determined. Okay, let's get your Moonology card. I get a numerology card, please, for Pisces Spirit? Thank you. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Let's get you a Kitchen Witch Oracle card. Okay, Sage, Purification. Let's get the book for that one. Okay, so you've become stagnant when it comes to making magic and taken a dim view on what once lit you up. Stale energies have blocked magical intentions, prevented desired outcomes. Time for a little spiritual spring cleaning. Use my white variety in a cleansing ritual to smudge contaminants and get your workplace ceremonially clean. My power of purification will clear and lift the energy of your altar as you waft the smoke from a lit bundle over the sacred area. My garden variation is well known as a culinary herb, for my aroma is both sweet and savoury, and I'm used for countless kitchen witchery spells. As well as promoting wisdom and building emotional strength, I also assist with manifestation magic and bring you pure luck. So if you're wanting something a lot and you're doing manifestations, make sure you're doing a lot of sage. Eat sage, I should say. Put it in your food and smudge. Right, I hope that has given some of you Pisces ideas on what it is that you need to be possibly looking into. Good luck and thank you for joining me.